Okay, I want to discuss foreign aid a little bit, and I will try to be quick because I want to do a couple videos today, but I'm going to focus this one on foreign aid because I think it's become very confused and very black and white with a lot of people and a lot of current frustrations, which I understand. With this current administration, it's made it much, much worse, and I think people that aren't aware of foreign aid or how much or why have looked up the numbers and said, oh my God, no, absolutely none, you know, help Americans first, which is true. But not all foreign aid is the same. And there are types of foreign aid that are vital for America, not just because we're stronger and we should help those in need. Not all foreign aid is the same. Not every country is the same. So when we're sending money to terrorist nations that are committing acts of terror and literally enriching it and empowering it, that is wrong. It's actually also illegal. Not supposed to be doing that. But when we send it to countries like Israel, it is not the same. Israel, not just being an ally, but is also the gateway of the Middle East, the democratic gateway to the Middle East. And it is a protection to the rest of the world from terrorist organizations. They are our only democratic ally in the Middle East. They also have some of the greatest IT capabilities in the world, which they share with us, some of the greatest defense and weaponry technology in the world, which they share with us, and a lot of that has created direct jobs here in the United States, tens of thousands. It's not the same as some fucked up terrorist country that we're just constantly having to send food to keep them going, to keep starving and killing each other. It's not the same. Countries like Taiwan are incredibly important, incredibly valuable to us. That's the microchip center of the world. We wouldn't have to be sending them this massive amount of money that we just sent them if it weren't for all the screw-ups of the current administration that has, again, empowered China and empowered Russia and empowered Iran and enriched them. So when we have a situation like right now with the complete failure on the part of this administration, Kamala, with Americans, where the FEMA money, and it's been proven, this isn't made up, I don't know how the press is denying this, the money was spent on illegals coming into our country. There's now nothing left for Americans. So then people see a bill for other countries and they say, oh my God, no, what the hell? Rightfully so. Now, why are they angry? Because they've never looked into this stuff before, because it's never been this bad before. So yes, America first. But sometimes that aid is part of America first. These are our allies, and a lot of us said, and have said for a very, very long time, that if you show sunshine between Israel and America, you're going to open the doors to terrorism, which is what happened. There's been sunshine between us. Now, let me ask you, in the last year, have you noticed a marked increase in terrorist activities in the Western world? A little more comfort with it, maybe? A little more anti-Semitism? Yeah, that's what happens when you have an American administration that is so wildly anti-Israel. Yeah. So aid to them is not the same as everywhere else. It isn't an anti-American thing, like sending money to Hamas and Hezbollah, or enriching Iran. We have other allies in the Middle East, Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia. They're not democratic. And we had the Abraham Accords, thank you Trump, which is one of the first things that Biden marked off. Really anything that Trump did, even if it was really, really great for us, he immediately destroyed. So instead, he removed the sanctions off of Iran and helped them get wealthy, so they in turn could fund their terrorists. And sending money to the Lebanese civilians, absolutely not. Now, Lebanon, an amazing country. It used to be a very, very diverse, it was actually a Christian country. But Iran, funding and helping Hezbollah, is taking over southern Lebanon, which the Lebanese people have known about, and some of them have chosen to literally house them and support them. This isn't new. They've been sending rockets into Israel nonstop for a year. So Iran can send the money to the civilians of Lebanon. They can do it. Not us. Sorry. No. They got a lot of warnings, not just from us, but from Israel too. It's not that I don't care about the Lebanese people. There's plenty of them that are just trying to live their lives, and Hezbollah came and took over. Lebanon is a very, 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 very different country. Not all the countries in the Middle East are the same. All countries anywhere are all the same. But this never would have happened without Kamala and Biden choosing to empower terrorists. So again, Israel isn't just some country that we're sending whatever to. It helps with our defense. It helps with global defense. They help us with technology. They help us with weaponry. A lot of stuff that's been designed there is manufactured here. Things like that. So, and again, back to Taiwan, and there's other countries that's the same. So, it's something to take into account. Yes, we should be mad. It should be America first. But sometimes the aid is part of that. I hope that makes sense, because I'm getting really, really tired of having to say this over and over and over again in comments when people lump in Israel with everything else when it comes to foreign aid. Say, well, why are we sending the money there? I get your frustration. I feel the frustration. I am right there with you. But you've just got to take that next step into understanding what aid really, really means, and it's not all the same. And why we should be working with and helping our allies in other countries. And some that we absolutely should not. Like if they've committed human rights violations, you know, like Gaza, we are not to send them aid. It's illegal. It's illegal. So, something to consider. So that's all on this particular subject for today. Leave your comments below.